Right, we're back here. Last time we slipped away, and we got an injured head ending. This time, we're gonna go balls to the wall. We're gonna fucking attack some dogs. Yeah, fucking petter, come at me now, bitches. We can scare them off if we charge them. He shakes his head. If the river has been low, game may have left the area. They could be very hungry. He motions for you to lower your bow. As he pulls his sword, you follow suit. The wild dogs top the butter in front of you. Their eyes are frantic, their jaws gaping open with their eager howls. The chilling sounds frighten you. Their ears are pointed, their tails long and furry. They look much like wolves, though they are grey and dun-coloured. Like the wastelands, their fangs glisten. There are 5 of them, and as I said before, one of them's happy. We're fine. You were taught the best defence is a good offence. That's so American. With a shout, you dig your heels into Stormseeker to charge the beasts. Gavin yells in dismay. The stallion gallops right at the dogs. As they snap and snarl and swarm about you, jaws agape and howling, they leap at his legs. He kicks and whirls, nearly unseating you. You lean down and use the flat of your sword blade. Whap! Whap! Your blade smacks the dogs away from Stormseeker's hooves. They yelp and race off in pain. In mass confusion, the dogs howl and whine and dodge Stormseeker's hooves. A few more smacks and the dogs are gone, scattered in a dozen different directions. Oh, bitch! We got this! Apparently, being scared in this game, taking the cautious approach, not the one to take. We're now Tyrone the Brave. Tyrone the Tyrant? Nah, brave. Stormseeker pulls up and stands, trembles running along his strong body. You are a little shaken too, for once you were in the midst of the pack, you realized what a dangerous thing you had done. You take a deep breath. He doesn't look like he's happy. He looks like he could be happier. Gavin races up and pulls you off the horse. His face is darkened by fury, and he shakes you roughly. What do you think you're doing? Look! Are the fucking dogs here anymore? Do you see any dogs? No? No? Okay then, I'm right. You haven't an answer, for he has shaken it out of you. He lets go and suddenly stalks away. You're really puzzled, for you did your best not to harm his creatures, only chase them away. Again, you've broken his elven calm. Gavin swings around and points his finger at you. Red hair or not, don't you ever do anything that stupid again. Whoa! That's racist against gingers, I think you'll find. What's my hair got to do with it? If we'd stood around all day while you decided would be their meal. Maybe so and maybe not. Next time, let me be the judge. Not a chance. Now mount up and let's get out of here before they decide to come back. You have your feet planted firmly on the ground. Fuck was that? It shook for a bit. Gavin takes one look at your face and picks you up by the waist and sets you firmly down on Stormseeker's back. No more arguing. Okay, so he's not happy with me, but the game's still going on. So, we're doing alright. He strides off, the stallion following. You travel in silence, the back of Gavin's neck, all you can see of the ranger. You're really puzzled by his anger. Really? Are we? We went against what he said. Like, you know, I'm joking and going, oh, well, we fought off the wolves. We nearly killed his horse. Then we'd really be fucked. It's almost as if he cared. Of course he cares. Has there been anything so far which is to suggest that he doesn't? After all, your father used to act like that once in a while, but you don't have much time to think about it. Your hands wrapped in Stormseeker's silken mane and the ground passing below you. Yes, there's still fuck all there. You can scroll along all you want. There's nothing there. Suddenly you see a streak of the purest blue across the horizon. What's that? The river. Now, you have to bear in mind, I didn't study geology at a very high level. Okay? So, my knowledge of this, it could be better. However, does anyone see a river? No, I see the sort of weird fucking sand cloud here. There's no river to be seen. Seems like a mirage. The river. Still don't see it. No, you can scroll across all you want. It's not there. Although it has suddenly got a bit darker. Oh, what? Okay, can you hear that? There is water flowing quickly. That's not a river. That's just like one big puddle. That's nothing. It doesn't even look like it's very deep. Come on. Kids can put their wellies on and jump in that and be fine. Whatever. As you draw closer, the air seems cooler and fresher. Soon you are standing on the riverbank while Gavin surveys the area. The river is wide but seems shallow. No shit! It is flat and calm and a deep, beautiful colour, but is doing absolutely nothing. It does not even seem to be running swiftly. What's that fucking running water sound I can hear? The horse isn't running? Whatever. You are a little disappointed, so this is the mighty Ashkaraneth. Gavin kicks at the damp riverbank. Too low, and look here. He runs his finger over very strange-looking tracks. Orcs? We don't want to meet him out here. You don't know who him is, but from the looks of the monstrous tracks, you agree. What, these? Let's just presume they're not there. A worried frown on his face, Gavin pulls a boat out from overhanging shrubs. He looks at you. We can cross here and ride up the lake, or we can go by boat. It's upstream. We'll have to pole it, but it may be safer. Some of the creatures around here either cannot or will not cross running water. You're so tired you can hardly hold your head up. You don't feel like poling a boat anywhere. Stormseeker's back would be a welcome rest, and as he proved during the fight with the wild dogs, his sharp hooves would be a real help if your path should cross marauding orcs. Gavin waits to see what you wish to do. Fuck me, there's a lot of choices in this game. I'm really liking that. Okay, so I'm going to do something which I know is going to piss the developer off because she really doesn't like anyone doing this, but I'm going to save it. God, I feel so evil. And return. Now, what have we learned so far? Caution only leads to some sort of weird romance broken head injury ending. However... Wait, what? We can either take the boat or cross the river. I thought we just had to... Oh, balls to it. We'll cross the river. I fucking know. The boat seems like the cautious option. Swank. Why don't we cross here? Good as place as any. I'll swim across. Two of us may hamper Stormseeker. He'll take you across just fine. Well, you're dead. All right. You press your heels to the horse, urging him to the river, but the creature doesn't want to enter the water. He paces the muddy bank instead as though looking for something. Despite your heels against his flanks, he trots away from the bank, then the horse whirls and breaks into a run. Hold on! At the last moment you realise that Stormseeker is going to jump the broad expanse of the Ashkaraneth. You grab his mane tightly and lean over his muscles bunch. As you gasp in surprise, you are airborne. Then you are down with a thump and the stallion slows to a halt. He snorts and tosses his head up and down as though pleased with himself. Oh, horses are really arrogant. You know, they've always got a sort of like self-awareness when they've done something well. They'll sit around and go, oh, yes, that was me, don't you know? Oh, I am marvellous. No! Wanker. You look back, surely no mortal horse could have done such a feat. Gavin, holding his weapons over his head, wades into the water. You watch, holding your breath as the level rises higher and higher. The normally quiet waters seem to be foaming up now and running quite swiftly. Through his face shows no expression you fear for Gavin. It is a strange emotion after all the arguing you have done, but you realise you'd be quite alone without him. And dead! What the fuck would we do if Gavin died? You feel for him, of course you do. Halfway across, the water touches his chin. You watch tensely, your hands are clenched deep into Horseseeker. Horseseeker. I think that'd be his name during the mating season. Stormseeker's mane. Then he is striding out of the water and shaking himself on the bank beside you. It is much too low. I should not have been able to walk across. It is still wide, but shallow. What's happening? I don't know, but as the old saying goes, where there are orcs, there is trouble. You can tell that because the river's too... well, whatever. He dries his sword carefully. Orcs are great miners and excavators. Yes, though why that would bother the river, I cannot understand. So wait, hang on. The river is... magical? Is that it? The river... magic? No, fuck knows. He slaps Stormseeker on the haunches. Let's hurry and find out. He breaks into a run and the horse trots after him. I swear we're in the same place as before. Although, yeah, most deserts look the same. Okay, but definitely not now. As you travel closer to the Arad Mountains, you find yourself very distracted by Gavin. Excuse me. You say things just to hear his strong, light voice. Okay. And you wish you could be running beside him. How foolish your father would think you're being. You almost smile at that. Gavin points. The lake, we're nearly there. A blue jewel lies sparkling at the base of the mountain. It is huge. You think of taking a swim when you get there and remind yourself that it will be impossible with orcs nearby. You sigh. You sigh that you can't swim. You should be much more worried that there are orcs nearby. Stormseeker whirls nervously. Oh god. A cloud of dust approaches. A low rumble like thunder can barely be heard. Gavin pats the horse to quiet him, and then he leans and listens to the ground. He jumps up. Stampede! They're after the water at the lake! Even as he speaks, you can see the herd of wild cattle, their rust and cream-coloured hides, and wickedly curving horns breaking through the dust cloud. Their bellowing and hoofbeats fill the air. They are running at breakneck speed directly toward you. Gavin turns Stormseeker and slaps him into a run and strides beside you. As the lake draws nearer, you can see the signs of orcish work, a huge wooden structure where the lake spills into the river. They've been trying to dam it! You lean over Stormseeker's neck as the drawed panicked cattle draw nearer and nearer. Gavin halts, he takes your hand. Stay on, Stormseeker! Outrun them, I'll take shelter here! That sounds like you'll die. He turns and sprints for a jumble of rock and brush sticking up from the hard-baked ground. You push Stormseeker forward and look back over your shoulder. Running with the cattle will be dangerous. Their horns curve long and wickedly to the front as they stampede. They are jostling and running. You will be carried far from Gavin and very near to the orcs. If you jump now, you can reach the same shelter Gavin has taken just ahead of the thundering herd of wild cattle. Stormseeker will be safe. You hesitate, unsure of what to do, only knowing you do not wish to be alone in orc country. Bellows split the air. You must decide what to do quickly. No one noticed me doing this. Yeah? You didn't notice that? Good. Right. What Gavin told us to do last time was not ignore him. So we're going to do the opposite of that, because we have balls. Hope we don't die. You push away from Stormseeker's back just as he swerves to avoid the hole in the ground. Losing your balance, you are unceremoniously dumped far from where you had intended to jump. Tyrone! Chills race down your neck as you break into a run, hearing the stampede right at your back. You sprint your fastest, but you know you aren't close enough to make it. You pivot, a bull leading the stampede rolls his crazed eyes. He sees you! He lowers his horns and charges directly at you. You freeze, your heart pounding. What can you do? Run, Tyrone! Run! I'm fucking trying! This bull is nearly on top of you and lowers your head, his head even more to impale you on his horns. You take a deep breath and reach out, grabbing his horns. As he tosses his head up in surprise, you jump and are airborne, somersaulting over his head and onto the back just like the famed bull dancers of old. You're shitting me, really? Is that even possible? You grip tightly to his powerful neck. It is like riding a tornado, but the animal can't shake you as he pounds along in front of the stampede. As he swerves past the rocks embankment protecting Gavin, you vault off into Gavin's waving arms. But the bulk of the herd is still booming around you. Gavin pulls you down onto the soft dirt and protects you with his own body. The roar of cattle's hooves surrounds you, their voices bellowing and panting as they pass. Suddenly, the soft ground under you opens up and you are dumped below into darkness. The earth has swallowed the two of you whole. Fuck. Is this a dying ending? Even as you gasp for breath and cough, Gavin grips you tightly. You are too stunned to say anything. He cradles you and calls your name softly. Your face is pressed to his broad chest and you listen to the racing of his heart. A feather-light kiss brushes your temple as he calls your name softly again. He must care for you, you think in wonder. You stir and sneeze. He releases you instantly. What kind of stump was that? You could have broken your neck. You are confused. Here he is, all angry again. See? I told you! Right, that's it. Any choice we get from now on, we're not even thinking about it. Balls to the wall, lads!